Welcome back to Popes and Pylons. Let's play some Europa Universalis IV. We're back, baby. I did take a short break there for, I don't know, what was it? A week? 2 weeks? Not that much time. Playing some Roguebook and letting the last two EU4 campaigns sink in while deciding on what else to do. And I think I'm ready for some EU4. No, I'm kind of ready. We're still playing on Leviathan and the 131.6 by now? Something patch, so the most up-to-date patch. Leviathan has had its issues and still has its issues, but I want to do an achievement here that requires Leviathan, and also I kind of like playing at the most up-to-date level, even if some things are weird. We're back on a version of the game where we can actually run achievements. Ooh, because we're no longer in North America, I don't need my manual fix for that one event. And therefore we can actually potentially gain our achievements. So what are we going to do? Well, the worst among you will already have realized where we are. We're in India, we're in Gujarat. And we are going to go for the Keep the Flame Burning achievement. Now, Keep the Flame Burning will require us to flip to Zoroastrian, and if we can find it in this list here, we have to grab all the holy sites of that religion. Now, I'm utterly dumb at things here. There we are. So we need to become a Zoroastrian nation. We need to own all our religious centers, which is a mechanic similar to the Coptic one. 5 places in the world are Zoroastrian religious centers, and we need to grab all of them. Most of them, I believe, are in Persia, and one of them is around here somewhere. And we do need to have a monument on tier 3. I have not been able to play with monuments yet, so I'm kind of interested in how that's going to work. I know it requires a bunch of money. We do have one of those holy sites. We have Daman, which is the one place in the world where Zoroastrian is available. Well, there are 2 places. One place that we have that is actually Zoroastrian. There is another one over in Yazd. Can we see Yazd from here? You can see your Yazd from here. It is somewhere in the Timmies. There it is. Yazd. That is the other Zoroastrian place. Yeah, we could have started as Timmy and gone from there, or start as Timmy, released Yazd and played from there, but I kind of felt like playing as Gujarat. Unfortunately, it does not let us click this to actually highlight the provinces. What are they? Shirwan, Laristan, Shamaki. So Shirwan we actually don't think we see. It's up here. Laristan is somewhere around here. Maybe not. Laristan. Almost. I have no idea what a Shamaki is. Bandalangi is the place where we need the monument, I think. Shama. No. How's it spelled? Like that? No. We have SHA, so we probably don't know where it is. And then there's Kiva and Zabzavar. Shiva we need the region, let's see. Wait, is that just here? No. I don't know. We're gonna need to take all these places. That's a problem for future me anyway, and I will look them up in detail and talk about them in a later episode. For now, the question is, how do we even become Zoroastrian? Because, again, we only have the one province. We are Sunni. This is a weird place, religion-wise. We're Sunni, and all our land is Hindu, except for Daman, which is Zoroastrian. So I don't quite know the story behind this, but it's very much sounds to me like we're some sort of invaders from the west, bringing in the Sunni from here and just taking over a bunch of Hindu land. That's what it feels like to me. Now, what does it mean? We have not that much religious unity. I wonder how we have any unity, honestly. How could we possibly have 50% from provinces? where none of our provinces are Sunni. Nobody knows. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. We have low unity, but we have to convert anyway. How do we convert? We gotta have a rebellion rise up here. We need Zoroastrian religious rebels to rise up. We need them to take control of our land and convert it for us. I think in order to do that, what we do is we send a missionary, and that should annoy these folks a bit, and probably swap the likely rebels to something else later. And I'm gonna go ahead and not pay my missionary at all. I'm gonna say like, nah, you don't get any money. Now, we still get the unrest penalty, but we don't get any chance of progress. Also, we're not paying for this. So that's kinda nice that way. We may want to reduce autonomy as well, to increase unrest. But I'm somewhat afraid that we might not get religious rebels. I want this to swap over to religious rebels first before I do anything like that. Alright, what else do we have going on? We are Gujarat. We have ideas, of course. We have infantry combat ability, just baseline as traditions, which is very nice. Ship trade power, which is also nice. And global trade power 20% when we finish all our ideas, which is helpful, of course. Ah, that's why we have... No, it's not. So we have our first Gujarat Sultanate idea is 50% extra religious unity. Just don't know where the other 50% are coming from. Bonus trade range, yeah. Stability cost modifier, meh. Lightship cost, meh. Somewhat trade. I mean, it's a very tradey game. It's kind of funny because we just did the Genoa campaign, which is all about trade. Now we're very trade focused here, but we're not actually all that. I mean, we want the money, but we're not all that interested in trade as a baseline. How interested are we in expanding? And the answer is very. Now, we have a few people around here. You are guaranteed by Malwa, but you're not. These folks might find friends, but they're probably not going to find particularly powerful friends, so we should definitely look into grabbing a claim or two sooner rather than later. We also have a Koran Kutch, which is interesting. We can't declare war within the first month. But if these folks don't find an ally within the first month, then we should just go and crush them immediately, I think. Take all their stuff. And there was another core, wasn't there? Yeah, there's one on Gorwar. Well, Gorwar is a bit scarier. Mawar here, they have an ally and they have, well, only 8,000 troops. But they do have a vassal too. So that's a bit of a harder fight. But also a potential target. Definitely gonna go and at least think about doing this. Now I'm gonna grab one rival and I'm gonna make it... Am I gonna make it Kutch? No. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, I can't even make it Kutch. Well, that answers that question. Bahmanis, Bengal, Mawar, VJ. Well, I suppose we take Mawar then. Yeah, let's take Mawar. Am I sure? Yeah, you know. And we already have decisions we can make. We can become Khalifa and move towards legalism. Right, we're Sunni right now, which means we have the Sunni piety mechanic. We can always go towards mysticism for missionary strength, morale of armies, fort defense, loyalty on our clergy. No, the Brahmins are... I think the Ulema are the clergy. Gotta check our estates here. Alright, we have an extra estate anyway. We have the Giants. We have a lot of estates. We have 5 estates. So, Brahmins, priestly caste, educate priests. Oh, so they're both priests. I see. And then we have the Marathas, which are warriors. We have the Mirs, which are nobles. And then the Giants, which are money-lending kind of people. Now, I will have to check these, the privileges they get. I have not played with these Indian estates ever since estates were changed. So we'll have to check these out, for sure. I also want to steal Crown Land and all that. It is obvious that that's a thing that's going to happen. So either way, some loyalty swapperito happening there with the piety. Or we go the other way, which I almost always go. Legalism, which gives me tax, manpower, technology cost reduction, the other direction of a loyalty swap. While morale of armies can be nice early, I almost always just focus on going legalism. And therefore I don't mind adopting the title of Khalifa at all for that prestige. We could enforce unity, but why would we? Not yet. There is no point. We can enact a taxation policy. We could either have more taxes and instant money. Do I have a subject? Oh, I do. Never mind, I have Kandesh here. This is a powerful start. I didn't realize how powerful a start we have. Quite. Are they Sunni? They are. Is there land Sunni? No. That's why we get extra money here. Normally, early on, when you click this button, you don't get any money, just the text modifier, which is money, but not instant money. But because we have a subject, we can actually turn that into cash money. Because I've reduced core creation cost and just a bunch of manpower, which might be interesting. And we can run the linear taxation here, which gives us diplomatic rotation, liberty desire, but we don't need that. Interesting question is whether we want the manpower or, well, whether we want the core creation cost and the manpower, or whether we want the money and the money. In GL, I'm kind of tempted by that core creation cost. Thing is, if we hit it now, we start the timer for 20 years, so that's good. So we should probably do a decision right now. We don't need the stuff yet. Going straight up into cash is interesting insofar as we might be able to afford more advisors or something. Let's wait a month, see if we can get into our war. Yeah, we waste a month on the timer, but then I have more of a basis to do decisions. We also have a lot of missions. I'm going to talk a lot at the start of this episode because there's a lot that's different to other. This is a quite the fleshed out nation with a full mission tree of their own here. I want to get a fort in Ahmadabad, which says 2 development and some walls and a ton of claims. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I assume these claims are all around me. That's kind of what it seems like. So I could just build a fort. Okay. I don't hate it. The Rajputana frontier requires us to have Gorwar. Alright, I want it anyway. More claims. A mill in Ahmedabad. It's not gonna happen anytime soon. Textile manufactory. Not quite soon either. 5 marketplaces. It's also gonna take a moment. A ton of claims to be gained up here. Okay, didn't realize Gujarat was such a expanding sort of nation, but clearly that is the case. We go down. It doesn't really seem to go into the west, unfortunately, so it's not going to help us tons with our actual plan. But hey. Do I want to actually... Well, I can't quite afford it. I'm not going to build immediately, but I kind of want to get that mission done. So building this fort here is probably priority. And we could use the money we get from the taxation policy to do it. What's the fort? 200 ducats? Or we don't have the technology. No, we do. Just don't have the money. And yes, it's 200 ducats. Yeah, I could get there. But we probably do want to run an advisor, and I'm thinking military... I was thinking military advisor at the start. These are both pretty bad. But we are mostly talking technology here, so this is fine. For now. Alright. Right. Then trade-wise, I'm sure we want to have some people in the Gujarat node. It is our home node. We want the money in there, so do it. I probably also want to focus on military. I was always focused on mil at the start of the campaign, so you can beat up your neighbors. Now we are pretty powerful as a start, so maybe that's not utterly necessary. But still, we also want to be looking for friends, don't we? Kinda interested in you. Oh no. Oh no. It's not gonna be Bahmanis. Who's gonna be my friend here? Maybe that's the challenge of this particular situation. That people don't like being my friends. Would you ally me, Timmy? No, because you already have all those subjects. Interesting. What about like Jampur? They like me. A bit. Let's have a quick look at our Diplo macro build, I suppose. 10 people would ally me, out of which... I mean, I could grab these folks over here. They're not like, oh my god, wow. But there's some buffer against other stuff. Now, Baluchistan looks a bit scary on that Timmy border. Timmy doesn't start with any cores, and Timmy does tend to have internal problems, so maybe that's fine. Maybe we can have Baluchi friends. Do you hate the Sindh? No. The Sindh actually have more power, more military power than the Baluchi. Maybe we don't need the Baluchi at all. They don't seem great. I could actually ally Malwa, which is funky. They do love me, which is good. I like being loved. And they have a subject, right? They have a bunch of subjects. It does block an avenue of expansion, but there's a lot of avenues of expansion around here. I think I'm going to grab the Malvin friends right now. And then... oh, Jampur now doesn't like me anymore, because they're apparently rivaled. Oh well. What about Bengal? Oh no, Bengal is not a fan. I guess I'm gonna go and butter up VJ a bit. They will start fabricating on somebody next door. Would I want? Oh, these guys are not actually next door. That salt isn't bad. That cotton isn't bad either, but this is a better province. Let's start with a Gohil Vat here. They might find friends and all that, but we'll see. I want a covert action, I want to build a spy network. I think I want to take the money. As sad as that is. But if we have to build a fort, money is gonna be kind of relevant. Now, I kind of want to drill you. How's our ruler looking? We are a pretty bad ruler and we have a terrible heir with a strong claim. I could immediately get rid of my ruler. My heir. I think I will. It does cost me 50 prestige. But who gives a fudge, right? I just unpaused on speed 1, which didn't do much, but I did just unpause. So technically I unpaused this episode now. The reason I was looking at my ruler was that I wanted a free leader for my army, so I could start drilling a bit. But actually that's probably not the way we should be going even here. What we should be doing here is looking for the timer to declare war on, I think, the... wait, I can already declare war? No. 11th of December, yes. That would have been surprising. I think these cogs... I'm gonna mothball them. I will need them at some point, so... do I want to ally the Sindh? Suppose I do. You need to pick up another rival. I don't want to just yet. I don't want people to gang up. That's my thinking. With the Mavari, oh, they did find some friends immediately. They do have some issues with the rebels there, which is nice. How is Kuch doing? They're not doing well yet. Okay, you're fighting your rebels. Bit sad. So let's get to the border of the Kuchians, right? I feel like Fall of Murderfi, lose 5 out of that event chain. I just want to play with that event chain. It sounds like a hoot. Do I grab a leader? You know what? I think no. Now, going to war without a general sounds dumb. But they have no friends and they only have 3 troops. What is the worst that could happen? Reconquest of Kuch, go. If they now grab a nutty leader, then we can still talk about stuff. Our money income is actually really good. I'm not used to these kinds of starts. I'm also not used to this happening to me. Well, I am kind of used to it, but I don't like it. I'm just going to chase these folks around. Yeah, they picked up a leader, but surely it's not very good. Just going to drop 4 infanterists here and chase these folks around until they give up. I could, technically, if I hadn't mothballed my boats, could be blockading Kuch. I probably should. Let's unmothball. Oh, we almost didn't unmothball yet. That's excellent. Can wait for the 1st of January. We're gonna be fully balled, I suppose. No. Because moth is so negative. You know what I'm trying to say. Stop pretending you don't. People want to marry me. The Sindh and the Malwans. I mean, yes. Yes to that. Except... were you Malwa? How old are you, Malwa? Because I could see a bit of... yeah, you're young enough. Not the greatest marriage. NGL. What about Sindh? How old are you? You're 43. It will cost me legitimacy, but I have a lot of that. Let me be the ones suggesting the marriage here. So we have it for a bit longer. Might be a mistake, but it also might not be. I like to think it's not. Daily attacking Kashmir, okay. You have military access to everywhere, apparently. Hey, Khandet, if you could deal with the sieging of those places, that would be nice. Oh, I could have just left them on the fort there. And then I wouldn't need to take this battle, which is actually not a great battle at all. But flanking is too powerful. There we go. Now I'm going to take Rushkot. And then we're going to be happy about this. Very, very safe start here. Pretty nice. I mean, safe as in, it's just essentially guaranteed. Which, I mean, it does things, surely. Now, shift, consolidate, grab 1,000 folks. Oh no, I don't even need you. Never mind. Don't suppress. We now see Zoroastrian Universalis. I can't reduce autonomy right now because it is... well, because we have war. Can't do it at a war. Right, we should have a quick look at our estate privileges. The Brahmins are what? Are you pretty normal clergy? Governing capacity gain. Okay, oh, we also need to do the whole thing here. Diet and all. You forgot about that. Well, I did talk about that and then I forgot. Every province of Dharmic faith. I believe that's all the Hindu and stuff. Local missionary strength minus 100%. Guaranteed Brahmin authority. Brahmin Council gives them... it's just the usual 10-10. Tolerance, unity... nothing super powerful here. No monarch points or anything. What about the Ulema? They do give me the monthly admin points, which I want. Religious state. And then we probably need to counter that with some loyalty gaining things, which there are some of. This does cost me 10% of my crown land, though. Got to keep that in mind. There's a flat 10%. Oh yeah, that's the one where we good against heathens, heretics and heathens, which is kind of nice. Especially once we are Zoroastrian. But then we're probably not going to have the Ulima anymore. I assume my estates will change then. Which is actually interesting. We'll see. We'll see. Marathas are the military power people. Probably the first ones I should just be putting some crown land into right now. We do have 33%. We're going to drop below 30. Okay, I might not just do it just yet. Is there one of the ones where I can just give everybody 10%? This one here, right? Yeah, supremacy over the crown. I want supremacy over the crown. And I want the monthly military power, but we do need a bit more of the good old oomph there. We can't take land while at war, but we can start a diet, which I probably should have done before we went to war. Could have given me the job to take Kutch. It would have been nice. Right of council. I feel like we have no incentive not to take these, because I assume our estates will change. Maybe we get to keep some, I don't know. But some of them will certainly change. Development costs, state maintenance, corruption reduction. These are all money things, which is nice. I mean, I like money. Private trade fleets. I do like, I think. Don't want to hand out monopolies if I don't have to, but private trade fleets seems like it's a good thing. Let's go for those. Just gonna more or less willy-nilly use some of these right now. I mean, once they're decent, just to get the loyalty caps to a proper place. Most of this is not super surprising, right? Most of these are pretty much well known. And we run the Brahmin Council. And I think now everybody should be in a spot there. I'm going to summon the diet. Gain that loyalty. It should be high enough until the end of the war that we don't need to worry. Improve relations with Jaunpur. Could do that. I think we can get to 100. Convert Ahmadabad. They want it to be Sunni. I don't know. Fortify Thana. Wrong place. If they had told me to fortify Ahmadabad, then I would have been interested here. But no, I'm not going to build another fort. Just going to do the Brahmins thing. It's not very good or anything. It just gives me some loyalty. But it's something I can do for very cheap. I can even marry these folks. They do love me, after all. And why it's better to be loved than feared. Feared than loved, I suppose. As they say. It's still quite good to be loved. I should have checked on these things. None of you, well, none of you. You did find some friends, but just Ratanpur. You just have Jaisalmer. You protect Bamalova and ally to Mewar. So Baglana is not it, but these two maybe I can just eat. And I'm fabricating on you, who found Cochin as a friend, which is probably also something I can just eat, right? Cochin is some nobody. Where's Cochin? Cochin. Oh. Yeah. Not gonna be the biggest issue, is it now? Now, every piece of land we take here is gonna make it more difficult to convert. So I gotta keep that in mind. But I think that's okay. New heir, much better than the previous one. Much, much better. Excellent. Musaffar. What a good heir. Dig it. I'm very tempted to run more advisors. The only reason I'm not is that I want to build that fort in Ahmadinejad here. But I should probably really be running an advisor, at least you. Yeah, probably not a dip one right now. Unlighted roofs and all that. People making claims on me, it's fine. Surely nothing bad can happen around here with all those rivals that we have and don't want. And yes, I'm gonna rival other people soon. Just don't quite want them to decide that they want to gang up on me. Now, do I want this battle is the question. We're gonna be outflanking them. Neither of us has an admiral. I think I'd take the battle. Shouldn't be too much oomph. Oh, this is not going the way I wanted to at all, is it? I think these are mine. Yeah, these are mine. I'm actually getting kind of cut to shreds here. I mean, rolling zeros doesn't help. Already lost a boat there. Maybe I just peace out. The reason I wanted to do this is that I want to steal a boat, but not if we're losing. Well, if I had a diplomat, I would. But I should be able to make my claim on this place. Come home in a day. Peace out. I think I kind of want all your stuff, though. NGL. Also, your cash money. Yep. Oof, that's a lot of extra ownership to our estates there. Giants ownership drops, so that's kind of okay. So it's not that much of a gain, but it's still a pretty big gain. Oh well. Tis what tis. Get you into port to repair. Get you over there. Or do we? I think we just keep going here. Yeah. I think we're gonna go immediately fire these folks too. Let's quickly do the thing though. Well, one thing is core this. The other is click the button on our estates. Nobody should be below 30 after this. So everybody should be happy enough. And then they can tick up again. Good. We need... I think you really don't want to be below 30. I think it's 20, but I think it's 30. I keep forgetting whether it tells you the breakpoints or not. Holding less than 30 has negative effects, yes. Did that. Do I drop autonomy here? I think I do. Surely that's not going to fail, is it? Still going to be Zoroastrian. Oh, I can't? Because it's below 10? Okay, so you need to do it right at the start or you can't do it. Fine. I don't know that there's another way to raise this. Well, war exhaustion and stuff, sure, but not just by the click of a button. I could co-legit Cochin here, but that sounds like a dumb idea. They're in a trade league and allied, and also I don't want land down there at all. So let's not do that. Declare war, take Gohilvad, collapse, and once we've cleansed these out, I'm gonna take the bigger stack, move them on can't. Then maybe we just don't at all. Was interested in taking them out, but I suppose we don't. We do suppress this, though. What can I build? Oh, I have the money for the fort. I think I just started in our Ahmadabad here. That's where I need it, right, for the mission. Fort level 2. Well, at least 2. It's gonna be 3. That's a pretty... Oh, it's not a big place. A lot of building slots here. Surprising for 11 development. Do you get extra building slots in the capital? forget. War declared war on Dundar. It's probably not particularly helpful, no. I mean, I want to... Oh, they have no troops. But all these friends are kind of annoying. Where's Junarg? Baglana and those folks? I mean, a bunch of tiny people do add up. Is the thing. But we might be able to crush them separately. Right, place half an army here, half an army there, crush these folks. Focus on Loire. It kind of makes me... Oh, get that gold mine. I'm gonna start fabricating on them. I don't know that I want to wait for the fabrication to finish. We'll see. You don't like me yet. Come on, flip to being happy. Everybody should be happy. Oh. Except for me, because I overspent my time in this episode again. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing here, well, don't forget to hit that like button. If you're new here, then subscribing does help. And also, I do a lot of EU4 content. I do other stuff from time to time, but I have a lot of EU4 content in the backlog. So if you can't wait to see more of my stuff, then feel free to check out all those other playlists. Until then, thank you so much for watching, and see you folks next time.